We're back, Casino Guitars.
Here we are.
Thanks for joining us. We want to talk about why you should, under no circumstances, ever buy direct from a guitar company. It was fun just kind of like trying to see how I could say that. No, we're serious. Dead serious.
No, but really.
No, but really. We're going to break in. We're going to have a little fun with this. There's some, and disclaimer, of course this is self-serving. We're a guitar shop. We want to sell guitars. But there's other deeper, broader ramifications in that we're going to get into, touch on, ice skate around, maybe go ice fishing with.
Ice fishing, that'd be fun.
I think that'd be fun. Set up a tent. So we're going to do 10. Click like, subscribe.
Hit the old bell.
And enjoy and let us know your thoughts. Let us know your experiences with this as well. And we're going to dig right into it. Because we've done it. We've done sample mine. It's not as all it's cracked up to be.
It's not.
Especially not yet with some folks.
That's true.
We'll get there maybe. Number one, the most obvious death of the guitar shop.
Yeah, most of them suck.
Yeah, exactly.
It's fine. It's no big deal.
No, my favorites were like when we were sort of researching this, we sort of go down the rabbit hole of like getting on forums. And you see people, well, you see somebody pipe in like, well, if those guitar shops aren't doing their own live business, they deserve to die. Well, yeah, I agree. I think they should be better at this. And this, I'm like, well, wait, that guitar shop has been here for 60 years, maybe 30 years. And I'm saying, I agree, they should be online, but what if they don't want to be? And what if they service their community, right?
Ooh, crazy. Crazy, I know.
Well, they should be squashed and relegated to the ash pits of, I just don't feel that's right. This is I don't know why that voice just came out.
It seems fitting, though. I like it.
I feel like
it's a foreign voice.
This is my, I just think this, so I think. No, but the guitar shops do so much more than just sell guitars.
Well, it's like when I take my son to the little hardware shop in the town I grew up in, and we hang out and like buy Coke, and sometimes occasionally I go buy things and it's like 40 cents for the handful of washers that I need. But it's not that. It's about the cool old dudes who are in there telling stories and people hanging out and the fact they know my name and they know my family, and it's just it ties the community together in a really cool way. Guitar shops can be the same thing.
Bernie's Hardware in this town too.
That's right.
I go buy from Jim. I don't go to Lowe's unless I have to. And they never have what I want at Lowe's. Bernie's always got it, or he'll make it. He'll whittle me a battery to start my car. It's impressive. No, that's a big deal. And like, and I hear the excuse too is like, well, everyone's doing it. That's what I said. They just got to do it too. This company's got to do it too because everyone else is doing it. Sometimes what everyone else is doing isn't the right thing. I don't know. I think my parents taught me that. When you're jumping off little Timmy jumps off a bridge.
Are you going to jump off a bridge too? Yeah.
We'll see how it all works out. Anyway, number 2, let's go on to it. Hit it.
You can't try that guitar out if you buy it online.
Should I be the forum moderator again? I don't want to be the forum moderator.
Nah.
I just want the forum guys or whatever. That's right. You can try it out. But what about people say, well, buy online all the time? Well, we sell most of our guitars. We sell online too.
But I was actually thinking that when we said it, the difference is if you call us, we build these strange relationships with people, and there's a bit of trust there, right? And even if it's something they get, it's not exactly right, we can make it right. We can fix it. We can
try it out.
We try it out.
If it's good.
We're pretty good at reading people and knowing, hey, you're going to like this guitar. Hey, no, you're not. And hey, we don't want to send you a guitar that you're going to send back.
Yeah, so that is the last thing we want to do.
No.
Because there's nothing more sad than like, oh, she doesn't want to date me anymore.
Right.
So it feels like, when you send a guitar back sometimes, like, I guess that date didn't go so well.
So we've got pretty good at being your, trying it out for you.
But also, let's stick locally. There's a place you can go to actually try it.
Yes.
You unfortunately can't fly across the country to go. I mean, God, who even knows where some of these guitar companies are built? Because they have manufacturing in different states from where their corporate structures are. And
right.
I mean, I know obviously, but it's confusing. Because like when I went out for the first time to Fender, I was like, I'm in Phoenix and Scottsdale. Where's the factory? There's no factories here. It's our sales.
And I'm not sure that just let you in. It's just like, hey, I want your newest batch of production stuff. I want to go in and just play it. Pick the right one.
Oh, it's still got poly on it. I'm now poisoned. Number 3. This one's funny too because the QC. Yeah, quality control. Let me explain.
Wait, Baxter, what do you mean?
So you're like, wait, the guitar cannot possibly be not perfect when it leaves the guitar factory that it's built. Au contraire. How's the fallout been this past? Fallout's the term they use within the manufacturing for the guitars that don't pass final inspection, but we get it ourselves because a lot of guitars ship
if you had told me 3, 4, 5 years ago, you'll get these guitars and a fifth of them won't work, like literally, like will not play in the shape they come in, I would have been
20% of some of the guitars we get from manufacturers do not function as a guitar.
And we're talking our favorite stuff that we still love. And most of them,
they're great guitars. It's a simple fix.
It's always simple fixes. They're still great guitars. It's just that a lot of things get overlooked. And it seems like more and more these days.
Well, because the output was so high and the QC just stepped back or something. I don't know if they were just drinking or smoking.
It's probably just a numbers game. It's probably just they're making so many right now, or they haven't made so many, and we get so many that we just see more of it.
And that's part of what a guitar shop's job is. That's what, and don't get me wrong, like Sweetwater's great at it usually too. Like they have their inspection point thing, with some of it's real, but no, that they go through the guitar and then it goes right back in the box. A lot of our guitars do that too. Inspect it, make sure it works. Cool. We don't have to complain to the factory.
And they get shit back.
What happens? Like we either fix it, we have to send it back to the factory to fix it, or we throw it in the trash bin and explain that this guitar is not a functional guitar that can ever be sent out. There's twisted necks, there's soldering points that are all crazy. Who was doing this? Is this Cheech and Chong episode? What happened, There's the nut isn't even cut right sometimes. They're like, come on. It's just, but that's an easy thing that we can fix. And, so anyway, number 4.
We actually know guitars.
Wait, what?
Like,
What are you talking
good
about?
old guitar shop folks. And the people you would think working at a guitar factory. You're a guitar player, you're a musician, you know all about guitars.
Most don't play guitar.
There's a ton. Obviously there are positions where you do.
But that also includes the sales teams. And like some of them don't play guitar. They don't need to. They sell guitars to us.
Maybe they're interested in them. Maybe they like sort of love guitars. But, I think you'll find a way higher percentage, if not 100%, when you went to a guitar shop. The dudes are guitar players.
And don't get me wrong, there's some bad experiences you're going to have out there. Or sorry for that, where you get the guy just smoking out front, doesn't know a Martin from a Taylor. Some young cats maybe don't care about it. I'll just say George Groon will forget more than I'd say the entire collective sales force of, I don't know, all 4 of the top guitar manufacturers in the United States. He knows more than they could process.
It's hard to even fathom how much he knows. He knows so much stuff. Like it's daunting to me to even think about trying to remember all the stuff.
There's a story of him, like he saw a Martin from across the room. He yeared it from just seeing it. He didn't know the serial number. He could year it, and he got it right. I've seen him do things like that. It's uncanny.
It is.
And then the great guitar shop, from Wildwood to Russo's to Chuck Levin's to Music Villa. Even though I hate that guy, he's so charming and good looking. Down to Sims, semi good looking, I guess. But no, the knowledge that over the years that builds and is passed down to the second and third generations sometimes of these shops is pretty amazing. And they've seen all the sales ups and downs. They've known it. They're very careful about what they post online because they know it comes back to haunt. They're smart. They see it, but and they've seen the trends, but they also understand the instrument.
Yes.
Number 5.
No trade-ins.
What? What are you talking about?
I mean, Fender probably doesn't want your old Schecter. They probably don't want your old Fender.
But if I let's say I want a Taylor guitar.
Yep.
Can I trade them my Harmony?
Probably not.
Okay, so I guess no trade-ins. So if you're looking to trade, it's all right. That's out the door.
I mean, maybe in the future one day you can, trade in your old Fender, 2 Fender, buy a new Fender, and then go on Fender.com and see.
That'd be kind of cool. 2 for 1.
It kind of would be, but not yet.
Number 6, you aren't choosing the wood.
No,
you're not choosing the guitar. It's So if you buy, let's say let's just find there's an electric guitar you love. You see the picture of it. It's got a great fretboard. It's really cool. You get the guitar. It's not the same. Well, because it's a stock photo.
Yeah. It's kind of like light washed out fretboard. It looks like it needs to be oiled, but it doesn't. Yeah.
No, that's Palafaro. Welcome to the world. Or I'll use one of my favorite guitars. My absolute favorite guitars in the universe is not that it's expensive, but it's $1,000 now. Taylor GS Mini. Grow up. Love them. I play all the time. I teach with them when I'm showing any kids stuff because I can hold it. It's little, but it's cool and it makes me look pretty. It sounds great. But you're getting a Taylor GS Mini Co, or you might get a.
Is that mahogany? That's the game.
Or is that birch? Like we order a lot of them. We get a lot of them. Some are really good looking. Some are not.
And they all sound great. They're all built great. But
they all sell.
It's luck of the draw whether you get amazing, wood or not.
And that will happen. That happens with all the major manufacturers because they don't have the systems or the time, or they're not going to invest into putting in a team to photograph each and every guitar they're selling.
I mean, it doesn't even make sense.
It takes a lot of time. We have people that do that.
That's right.
Those people are named Sean.
And it's still, I tell people all the time, it takes, usually we get stuff in, it takes us about a week to get it all photographed and put up there. And so that's us. Yeah.
Imagine like if you're like
a vendor.
God,
good Lord.
I mean, I would just kill myself. Number 7.
No sales. What do we mean?
Caveat on that. Fender had one over the past bit because they made disastrous decisions and their people. There's a video on it. We did a whole YouTube video on this, on how they got pinched and the layoffs and everything that happened. Their major shops burned them there a little bit, the big box things, and then there's a whole thing. Watch the video, explains it all. It's on our YouTube channel. But yeah, you can't negotiate a deal.
Nah,
it's like you're not going to call up,
because you're literally online, just hitting add to
click and buy, and that might be your jam. But again, you don't know if the guitar is a dud. I don't know if it's a dud if I buy it from you. Like, probably not going to have a dud because we ship a lot of guitars back that are duds. They go home. They go home to roost and go. They might find another shop, or they might go to their direct sales department.
Right.
Anyway, number 8. This one almost touched on before, but not really. It's a little different.
Really. The old knowledge base.
And this is talking about the sales team,
right?
Or the .com, because it's a little bit different.
Sure.
It's most of the guys that are going to be, if you do actually get a real human, most of it is buy and click, point click, buy, add to cart, credit card information. But if you have questions, a lot of these people, again, don't play guitar. If they have a worksheet they work off of, and they have the answers.
Sure, and I mean, we're not saying we're the greatest, the best, know everything, but we've had a lot of personal experience. We've had a lot of experience with people buying guitars, so we've got a pretty good idea of what's going to work for someone, what's not. I think we're a little more able to say, hey, this thing's not for you. This other thing is. Where if you're also the place producing a thing, I don't think you can say that.
And it can be really simple too. Like if you're, like that's the thing is if you're not selling more than one guitar thing, only guitar that works for you is one of the ones we have.
Well, of course.
So like we are idiots. We work under the Miracle on 34th Street practice of we don't carry that brand. I send you elsewhere. We don't carry Gibsons. I send you to my favorite. It's usually Wildwood, sometimes Chuck Levins. Yeah. Because they're going to have and if you want a Gibson acoustic, I'm sending you Music Villa. He usually has the best, and he's charming and extremely good looking. It's frustrating. I want to punch him in the face. But so I'm having a fun thing about it. I'm just jealous. Like that. What's that guy? The Deadpool actor's name?
No, Ryan Reynolds.
I can't remember his name. Sometimes blacked it out. He's not. Whatever. Look at that. Just having a dark moment. Surly this morning. Didn't get my morning cup of Joe. There's a joke in there, but you just have to know me better to understand it.
Lies.
No, it is. It's just these people know guitars and will know. Like if you come in looking for, you want a Martin, you want a D28, and we sit there with you for an hour. You play for an hour, and then we talk to you another hour later. It's just not connections. Like you probably aren't a D28 guy. You might be a gal that. You're like, I just really want something that plays really easily. I'm really into high, amounts of overtones. I get up here and do some cool things. And there's an equilibrium between the notes, and it's got a certain type of push. You're probably a Taylor person. You might not.
That happens more than you think.
It does. It happens a lot.
Or maybe it's not even that. Maybe it's they thought they wanted a D18 or a D28, and they really want a triple lot. You know what I mean?
Or a D41. That's what everyone wants. Well, at the end of the day,
they're very pretty.
You just never know. Number 9.
No human connection.
What? I mean, that's sort of again where we started. It's not a guitar shop. There's no, but we're talking about within these manufacturer bases. If you happen to get a real person, it's probably not going to be the same person ever again. This isn't Sweetwater, where you get assigned a sales engineer or a sales guru at Reverb. I like to consider it.
The guru.
They don't have their own They just have like that little chat.
That's just
function.
when you like, you need help. Something's gone astray. I mean,
Yeah, I will say Reverb's chat functionality is great though with the help thing.
I wish everyone's was as good as that. Like, I'm not even just in guitar worlds. Like when you get on your cell phone thing and you have to chat or whatever.
I feel like they get me too. Like when I'm doing that, and it's just, and I just ask them about like, I gotta, where should I take my wife for dinner? And they're like, I don't know, maybe not to the steakhouse since she's a pescatarian. She's not, because I would never marry one of those people. But that was just an example. Great example. I guess I'm close to pescatarian, except for I do love me some hamburgers every once in a while. But no, you do lose that the human connection and this interconnectivity that becomes what leads us into number 10. It's just a shitty thing to do.
Yeah.
We still have to have a little fun with it. No, because it goes back to number 1, and it goes back to not the business aspect of it, the community building that can be a thing. And we see it with younger people again. They want the analog experience. They are not shopping at Amazon as much. Especially with guitars, it's different. Fender doesn't even sell like high-end guitars on Amazon. They sell just like, I think there's no USA. It's just anything below.
Okay.
But they did for a while. Yeah. And then they realized this isn't working for us and it's not working for our customer base and yada yada. And like, I think the return rates with Amazon is just a hideous nightmare.
Just keep it. It's fine.
Fender's like, what the hell? Jesus, Lord.
Not worth sending it back.
So maybe it's just business on that. But no, but there's a community that we love guitars. We like to talk about guitars. We like to talk the joys, the feelings we've had with it. It's, some guitars, I got more stories about that than my kids. More photos on my phone than my kids sometimes.
I mean, you just have history with certain guitars, certain things. And obviously we're not talking about like you want a Mule guitar or you want a Novo or some cool boutique brand where that's all they do and they build them to order. Totally different. We're talking about bigger companies that these indie shops.
And it's a trend. I mean, like, and again, like we have a State of the Union on guitars video coming out soon. We're working on it right now. But we'll get a lot into that. We wish everyone the best in their decisions with their companies and their manufacturing that they do, obviously. But this is something that you as consumer can actively change the way they and all of us do business.
True.
You choose with your dollars. You choose with your clicks. You choose with who you share with your friends. You choose how you talk to your friends about it. And if it does work best for you to buy directly from a manufacturer, I encourage that too. Yeah. I'd like for you to take the 10 notes that we've sort of shared and maybe reflect on that. And if we're completely wrong, though, let us know. We might be. Again, there's a self-serving element. But primarily, we just love the guitar game. We love it. I love going to guitar shops. Every town I'm in, I find the guitar shop. Big, small, Guitar Center, mom and dad's that has the showroom the size 10 by 12. I'll be there.
True.
Everybody knows me, and I walk right in there.
I mean, we do the same every time we go somewhere. Even when there are little shops that, maybe there's nothing there that I just like to go in and hang out. That's right.
We
just see what's there.
It's like if you're a gamer and you want to play some Warhammer, you're gonna find the gaming room in any place. But we're a bigger community. We love it. Like music has a past and a history, and it's a breathing, living heartbeat. Don't let it become a corporate machine of just thinking about the satisfaction of the point-click syndrome and feeding that need and that dollar. And it can be so much more. Yeah. And that's what we love about this whole universe. Thanks for joining us. We hope you'll click like and subscribe.
Hit the old bell.
And have fun out there. And if no matter what you do, enjoy it. Love the guitar game. Spread your joy. If you join the forums at all, spread the joy about it. Share your concerns with us. There's lots of stuff going on right now online in chatters. And it's a healthy dialogue, actually.
Yep.
Great. For the most part, there's some funny sort of corporate talk there.
As healthy as the forums can be.
No, but I did this. This has been like the most recent stuff's been pretty good. I've seen some of that, and it's positive. So
I've seen some good stuff lately. I feel like there's good.
And all the cats in the games on the manufacturer side, they're usually good cats too. On the independent side and the people that want to continue like the ethosphere of musicians meeting each other and growing the same way.
Yeah, it's all good. I mean, because even the people of the giant corporations they're people. It's made up of individual people, and most of them pretty good people.
You put enough of them together, it becomes a swarm like the Borg, though.
A horde. I prefer the horde.
The horde is scary, like the Zerg too. Yeah. And if you haven't watched The Last of Us, check it out. Episode 5 was amazing. I didn't even remember that stuff from the game. I was like, that was dark.
Staying with the game though.
It departs and stays. It's doing, and it adds and changes where it needs to. It's better.
It's doing a good job.
That's better. I'm gonna say it's better.
That's great.
It's and Joel. I mean, Pedro Pascal.
Bien. Whatever that means.
Jesus. Help me. Have a good day.
We'll see you next time.